Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the latest immigration news. It's been a while since I did a news video for you, and so I'm going to touch on some of the key things that have happened over the last few days with immigration. Watch this video all the way until the end, and be sure to share it with your contacts, your feed, and others. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Latoya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients nationwide and around the world to help our clients solve tough immigration problems. Reach out to us at McBean Law so that we could have a meeting with you. You can reach us at 516-866-3900 or at McBeanLaw.com. Also, friends, before you go today, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notice of these videos each week. Now, let's get into some immigration news, guys. Firstly, and I'm gonna, let's just get the text a little larger. Firstly, guys, great news for those of you with TPS from certain countries. TPS is continuing, I should say, for certain countries, specifically for those from El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal, as well as 2011 Haiti designation and 2013 Sudan designation. They will retain their TPS status while a preliminary injunction, guys, in a lawsuit and a stay of proceedings that has been ordered in a lawsuit remains in effect. And so what this means for you, according to DHS's website, is that TPS, you guys will still continue to be eligible for TPS, and the automatic extension of TPS related documentation includes the EAD through June 30th, 2024. So that's great news. While this lawsuit is, while there's a preliminary injunction in those two particular lawsuits. Now, with respect to Title 42, guys, Title 42 policy, a federal judge on Wednesday gave federal immigration authorities 5 weeks to stop using Title 42, which is a public health authority that expels migrants, guys, expels migrants at the border. And you may have recalled this issue being a hot issue during the pandemic with President Trump, and then Biden brought it back. Actually, Biden wants to, under his administration, as you may have been reading and hearing, wants to expel and have been expelling Venezuelan migrants, specifically Venezuelan migrants, under Title 42. And so a judge has stopped the government from using Title 42 as the reason to expel migrants at the border. CBP, guys, Customs and Border Protection. For those of you who may not have been aware of the extent of the migrant crisis at the border, under the Biden administration, more than 1 million migrants have entered the country since President Biden became president. And so the Customs and Border Protection Commissioner came under a lot of fire for how he's handling the border. Magnus is his name, and he recently clashed with immigration officials over how he's handling the influx of migrants at the southern border. And he has been asked to resign, and he is now out, guys. He is out from CBP. Now, let's talk briefly about what's going on Capitol Hill. Is anything happening with immigration reform on Capitol Hill? Well, guys, you know, we just had the midterm elections, and we see that the Senate has maintained, the Democrats have maintained the Senate, while on the House side, the Republicans, by a very slim majority, now control the House. And so do we have any hope now for anything to happen with respect to immigration reform during this lame duck season that we're now in? And so the big push really is around farm workers and what they're trying to do. They're lobbying on Capitol Hill to get the Senate to pass the Farm Workforce Modernization Act. It had already passed the House, and it's just been sitting there on the Senate side. And this is really where the big push is these days, guys. It's around the farm workers bill. There's nothing really significant happening on any other, with respect to any other immigration bills on Capitol Hill during this lame duck season. Now, is it possible that these leaders on Capitol Hill will surprise us during this lame duck season? Maybe. I'm highly doubtful of that, guys. Just to be completely transparent, I highly doubt that they will do anything significant to help the millions of individuals who have been in the United States for a very long time without lawful status. The big push right now is around the farm workers bill, and let's see how things shake out with that. And then finally, guys, Cuba. Okay, so U.S. will begin deporting Cubans by plane in coming weeks, says a U.S. official. The deportation, and this is NBC reporting this, guys, that the deportation flights would be the first of their kind since the Trump administration, as Cuba has recently refused to accept its own citizens back from the U.S. Cuba is now agreeing to accept deportees under a deal reached between the two countries that will restart visa processing for Cubans seeking to enter the United States legally. Okay, so that's where we are today with immigration news. Now, one last thing before we go. This has been percolating in my mind for the last few days, actually, since the Biden administration announced or discussed or put it out there, the idea that they are possibly thinking that they will possibly send Haitian migrants, guys, to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba prisons. I was really shocked by that, considering the fact that the government has created a parole process for Ukrainians, and also for Venezuelans. And so you see that the government has the ability and the power to create programs to allow folks to have a lawful status in the United States, even though these are temporary programs. But nevertheless, these individuals are able to obtain a work permit and be here lawfully for the period of time that they're here. And so, in my opinion, there's a lot of discrimination in the immigration system, and we're seeing quite a bit of it now under the Biden administration. So for what they're expecting to be an influx of new Haitian migrants that will be coming out of Haiti, given the conditions in Haiti and the horrific conditions that are happening, that the folks are experiencing in Haiti right now with the gangs. The Biden administration, guys, is thinking about having these folks go to Guantanamo Bay prisons. So shame on the Biden administration, in my personal opinion. Let me know your thoughts below, what you think about this issue. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.